So you want to get a six-pack.
Holy moly!
Well, that's cool. And what's even cooler is that today I'm going to show you how you can do it in 3 minutes. That's right, we're going to get you abs faster than Usain Bolt can run around the block. This is going to be a 3-minute workout with 6 different exercises in which we absolutely obliterate the abs. You can perform this workout pretty much anywhere, even in your own home. But one thing that can help you quite a bit is having access to some weights. If you want to build and grow your ab muscles, using weights will help you just as much as weights help in growing any other muscle in your body. And that's a lot. Just to be clear, I don't want you to grab a weight that's too heavy or too light. In fact, if you're not in the best shape, you may want to start with a lighter weight or maybe even no weight at all. You should be able to do the exercise with good form, but towards the end of each exercise, you should feel like you don't have much more left in the tank. And at the end of the 3 minutes, your abs should feel shot. If they're not, then try upping the weight next time. Regardless of what weight you start off with, the point is to increase the weight that you're using over time as you adapt, progress, and get stronger. Which reminds me, if you can't do some of the advanced exercises that are shown here, there will be regressions at the end of the video that show you more of a beginner way to do some of these exercises. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get on with the workout. You're going to perform each of these exercises for 30 seconds and make sure to keep your core tight and your belly button drawn inward for all of them. The first exercise is one that I've called the Navy SEAL sit-ups. Begin by grabbing 2 relatively light dumbbells and hold them at the sides of your head around your ears. Raise both feet up in the air and bring one knee into your chest as you sit up and slide the opposite elbow towards your knee. Alternate between sides for every rep and keep both feet up the whole time. This one is a rough one to start with, but it'll do wonders for your abs. On the next exercise, we're going to put a weight between our feet and grab something sturdy to hold on to. Pinch the weight with your feet and raise your legs straight up in the air, keeping your knees slightly bent. Raise up your legs to 90 degrees and then thrust your hips up towards the ceiling, trying to get your hips up as high as you can. After raising your hips, on the way down, you want to take it as slow as possible because that's when you're really beating up those abs. On to the next one, we have weighted crunches. Here you want to grab a heavy weight and point it straight up towards the ceiling. Crunch up and reach straight up as you raise your shoulder blades up off the ground. Return your shoulder blades back to the ground nice and slow and make sure that the whole time you keep the weight pointed straight up towards the ceiling. Next, we have a mix of crossovers and flutter kicks. Put your hands slightly below your butt, keep your feet as low to the ground as possible without touching the ground, cross your feet back and forth 4 times, and then immediately do 4 flutter kicks. This one is going to start to burn pretty fast, but I need you to stay strong. Moving on to weighted reverse crunches. For this one, we're going to take a weight and hold it behind our head. We're going to raise our legs straight up towards the ceiling with the knees slightly bent and cross our feet. Lift your shoulder blades up off the ground as you crunch up with the weight against the back of your head. Keep your chin up towards the ceiling and don't tug on your neck. The last 30 seconds is going to be the good old plank, but we're also going to try to put a heavy weight on our backs. If you've never done it with weight, then start with 5 or 10 pounds and work your way up. Position the weights closer to your hips because this will put the most pressure on your abs. Get up on your toes and your elbows, raise up your hips, and hold for 30 seconds, trying to stay as straight as possible. If you're not shaking like a leaf, you better go grab a heavier weight. Now for some regressions. First, remember any exercise can be done without the weight as well. If you can't do Navy SEAL sit-ups without weights, you can just do bicycle sit-ups. Here you should keep your hands next to your ears, feet start down on the ground, your knees are bent, and bring one elbow to the opposite knee, alternating sides. A regression for leg raises would be to tuck your knees in towards your chest and then extend your legs back out, trying to keep your feet above the ground. A regression for the weighted crunches would be to put your feet down on the ground, drop the weight, and just do regular crunches with your hands behind your head. For planks to regress, you could drop the weight off your back, and if you need to regress further, you could drop to your knees. And for the crossovers with the flutter kicks, that should be fine for everyone, but if you can't go the full 30 seconds, take short breaks in between. That just about wraps up the 3-minute ab workout, but before I go, I wanted to mention that this ab workout will be much more effective if you do it for more than just one set. If you do 3 to 4 sets of this circuit consistently, you'll have 6-pack abs in no time. That's it, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.
Pump it.